All right. Hey everybody. Once again doing a little story talk here. And once again doing it on Instagram and YouTube simultaneously. So my eye lines are gonna be weird, but we're practicing. Also, this time my lighting is a little different. Apparently, both my computer's camera and my phone camera handle blue really well, but when I tell it to go purple, my phone gives me some really vibrant like magenta and pink, and my computer leans toward blue. So I don't know if you want to see the color palette, check it out. Yeah. So yeah, this is just gonna be a quick little talk. I'm again second time trying to do this regularly and discuss the stories I'm working on and kind of the storytelling processes that I'm involved in. Last time was a bunch of updates and a lot of stuff coming up. This time, not as much. I've been traveling for the past couple weeks, so I haven't had a chance to really sit down and get a whole lot of new writing done, which is it's okay. Um, but the one thing that I wanted to share this week was I have been while I was I don't know, this is yeah, okay. So while I was in my hotel room this past week, and my first week when I was away, I was thinking, okay, I'm coming back, and then I'm gonna have one day here, and then I'm gonna go off to the next trip. And my thought was, all right, um, let's bring the camera to the second place, and bring the camera, bring the tripod. Don't need to bring lights and sound, but just like bring the basics, and I'll try to shoot a short film in my hotel room, because hotel rooms usually have pretty good lighting. They've got there's a lot of opportunities in a hotel room that I can kind of usually count on. Pretty much any hotel room I go, and I can probably find a way to light it and shoot something interesting. Um, and I forgot to bring my tripod. I forgot to bring my camera. I had my cell phone. And that was it. And for the first day, that had kind of been like, all right, well, there it is. That's it. It's killed it. And then as I started thinking about it, the thing I've consistently said multiple times is, and I've heard from people I really respect, is that the best camera for the shoot is the one you have on you. And so I was like, all right, can I shoot something on my phone? And with that barrier out of the way, I started thinking about, the kind of thing I would think about if I was like, all right, I'm going to film in a hotel room. What kind of story do I want to tell? And I've been trying to get better at telling stories that come from not just something that I think would be cool, but come from something that I think that have a built-in, like, relevant theme and message to them. And not that, like, usually when I work on a thing, I do have a built-in theme, but it's often a more basic theme of, I don't know, the last, something like Misfire was about desperation and about finding the reasons to live, and Harbor Runs, which I'm working on now, is about secrets and just kind of the various all the different ways secrets can affect our lives, whether we're telling them or not, or just holding them, or just knowing of their existence. So I wanted to start doing things that are like a little more specific, a little more refined, a little more, the theme of this is specifically about the human rights abuses happening in Gaza, or the spread of anti-intellectualism, or something like that. And when I wrote down my goals for this, one of the goals I listed for telling more of my stories, both in this kind of format and also just making more stuff, one of my number one goals was to fuck up, and was to make mistakes and just do it, and to release. Not every film that I make has to be better than the one before it. It's got to be, if I'm trying something new, it doesn't have to, I can try new things, and I can experiment, and I can mess up and not quite get there, or, refine my tools as I go. And so I decided to let's shoot something. And it took me, in all honesty, about, I haven't edited yet, but it's like, there's only like 9 shots in the film, so it's not the editing shouldn't take too long, minus some sound work I need to do. By the way, if I reached out to my friends on Facebook, but if anyone watching this is interested in doing some voice work for this short film and just throwing some recordings at me that I can use as part of the soundscape of this film, please feel free to comment, message, let me know. I'm putting together the exact text that I would want, so I'll be reaching out. But anyway, this short film, again, took me probably in total about 3 hours. to do. That including kind of writing, the rough idea, planning out the shots, putting all of the, filming them, figuring out, okay, what do I have access to? How many costume changes am I going to do? What am I doing with sound? And figuring out, okay, how am I going to do shots with a static camera when I don't have a tripod or any gear? The answer to that ended up being, by the way, you take the ironing board from the hotel room, stand that up, and then usually in a hotel they have a tissue box, but it's in like a plastic or a glass, like, got a piece over top of it to make it look pretty, and to make it look like a tissue box. That guy does a really good job of, like, as being a backstop for your phone, so you can just ironing board, tissue box holder, and then phone leaning against it. That was my tripod for this shoot. And yeah, the story is of a guy who is, I'm on the road for work, so I kind of made that the central premise of just getting into a hotel room and just the isolation, like we balance our lives, the whole work-life balancing. We balance our lives, or we try to balance our lives based around what we want our life to be and what our life is capable of being where we're at. And when we're removed from that, that throws off the balance, and it can start to really, really wear on us and destroy us, even if we feel secure when we're not on the road. And so that ended up being kind of the premise of this, of just sort of how being isolated, either by work and isolated from people, can, if it's not done by choice, and even sometimes if it is done by choice, can turn your world upside down and really kind of hurt you. So that ended up being the premise. That's the story I told this week. It'll be hopefully going to be able to release it in the next week. I'm not looking to spend a lot of time on this. It was just a short little thing to make and get myself, fulfill the promise I made to myself that I would shoot something. So yeah, that's kind of the update this week. I shot a short film in my hotel room in 3 hours on my phone with a ironing board as my tripod, and that's what I did. That's my little victory of storytelling this week. So yeah, hopefully I'm a little low energy right now. I've been feeling kind of drained today. I think just coming back from 2 long weeks of work, and then just having the responsibilities of my own company and my own work at home, and just getting back into the swing of day-to-day life has been, I'm kind of, like some different currents going different directions there. But yeah, I'll hopefully be doing this more. Next week, I'm going to be in DC for the Awesome Con Short Film Festival. So if anyone's in DC and wants to meet up for, like grabbing a drink, grabbing some food, going for a walk, taking photos, whatever, let me know. Hit me up. I'll be there all weekend. And yeah, but I will still try to do one of these as an update. Hopefully, I'll have some bigger things to talk about. But if I'm gonna celebrate my storytelling, I'm gonna celebrate small as well as big. So yeah. With that having been said, thank you for joining me. This one, we're 2/3 shorter than we were last time, which is good. Though then again, I'd like to have more to report each time. But either way, thank you so much for joining. Thanks for, whether you're on YouTube or on Instagram, for letting me sort of, chat a little bit about the stories I'm telling and the work I'm doing. I've got a call in a few minutes with my producer for the film Clockwork, which I talked a little bit about, as refining that. If you watched last time's, that was the project I was talking about, understanding the theme and understanding the story better as we've been in the process of revisions of the script. So gonna have a conversation about that, and then hopefully next week, if while I'm at AwesomeCon, if anyone meets up with me, or whoever I run into, I'm gonna have stuff to chew their ear off about. So that having been said, everyone be safe, everyone be kind, be well, keep making the cool stuff that you make, because take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. I believe that's I believe one of the disciples said that. Anyway, be well, have a good night, and we'll do this again soon. We'll keep telling stories. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do